3rd of February 2023. We are in Vejer de la Frontera. Today we're going to do a combination of two different trails. We start with the Windmills Trail and we'll continue with the Watermills Trail.